welcome back. Welcome back, Rogue Trader has returned. Okay, so I had to think about what we're gonna do. There's a couple of missions I gotta do in this chapter, but we have to go to Karnak, and I figure if we just go there, like direct, I mean I have 4 points, so I could just create a route, deadly route, and I can make it dangerous. And then when we get there, we can make it better. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Our analytics have gone totally bonkers. The red robes, excuse me, the tech priests are blaming the anger of the machine spirits. Allegedly, it's had a professor displeasure to the crew not being worshipful. We've largely managed to stabilize the output of the augurs. Ugh. Okay. I can confirm what Captain Vessel's analytics systems were behaving incorrectly for a time. The cogitators could not produce statistical data and displayed meaningless numeric combinations instead. The augurs failed to correctly analyze matter and mistook solids for liquids and vice versa. Thanks to the tech priest's efforts, standard operation of the ship's mechanisms has been restored. Ash receives a message from Achilles Scalander on Dragonis. He closely studied the area from the incursion on Babos, including the mention of the Xenos leaders. He promised to direct the efforts of his aides to identify those enemies so their location can be determined. Master Scalander is also reporting that Drakari are getting ready for more attacks on your territory. Information from his aides continue to arrive, and Achilles will personally report to you the moment the target for the upcoming raid becomes clear. The Drakari excel at catching their opponents off guard, and there'll be little time to mount a response. According to Master Scalander, your personal participation in the defense would be the best strategy. Oh boy. Blades in the void. We'll need to chart new routes. We got 1. The good thing is we have routes to these places. The magnetic storm. Yeah, I'm gonna need a green between my colonies. That seems to be the important thing. And Furibundus, which is where Footfall is. Well, we have green 2 Furibundus, so that's not bad. I got green to Forgotten Twins. We're gonna visit. Let's go. Chart the system. Kiva Gamma. Here we are, our industrial world. Yes, Governor Gabrak have been... Oh no, he's not talking. Great. Lord Captain, new report. Kiva Gamma sent a request to exchange data. Should we accept it? Reply with our own request. Manufactorum is ignoring all the requests and continues to send us its own. The longer we do not accept their messages, the stronger, more persistent the incoming signals become. Suddenly, a deafening screech erupts from the bridge's Vox system. You hear violent tirades of garbled Biheric code. Lord Captain, interference detected in the compartment's Vox system. Looks like the bridge is cut off for the rest of the void ship. Oh boy. Start of picture recording. The void ship's bridge. Sounds of working cogitators and officers' footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles, the emergency lights, one of the officers in frame cries out. Another falls to her knees, clutching her head. Over the beeping of Voxes, shouts can only be heard. What's going on? The doors are locked. We've lost contact with all compartments. One of the bridge officers turns to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. None of our outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond interpretation. Decipher the transmissions. Send orders. No, decipher. Proceed. Look at him go. This is crazy. The scenes in in the Warhammer universe are always so insane. Oh, this is so cool. The team of description experts gets to work. Data tethers are inserted into sockets as they connect to cogitators. One of the Vox clerics leans over the console. Another is writing something on a piece of parchment. But then she bursts into maniacal laughter and stabs herself in the eye with a steel quill. Another scream. A tech priest who was in mid-prayer tears himself to pieces with his own merchandise. More and more lunatics are mutilating themselves and lunging at others. Portion of picked recordings damaged after contact with unknown object. An enforcer shoves a rabid servitor away from the Lord Captain as she rushes to help the crew, spitting out orders, executes one of the lunatics and roars a series of orders to the rest, begins methodically exterminating anyone who shows signs of madness. So we can rush to help. What is this, strength? Or coercion? Yeah, we can coercion. The madman's body falls to the rogue trader's feet as her commanding voice, magnified by a Vox amplifier, carries over all the noise. She orders the crew to master themselves immediately, promising to personally execute anyone who fails to do so. Some of the lunatics quiet down, others try to snap out of it. One pins her hand to a panel with a dagger to stop herself from moving. Another fervently whispers prayers. Some return to the cogitators, others lean over the wounded. Shots ring out. Those still on a rampage are executed by the rogue trader herself, as promised. This is insane. This is insane. Scrap code. The voice belongs to the on-deck engine seer, who has turned to the Lord Captain from his station. We have been attacked with a scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. The transmission received from the planet was infected with this taint. It is now running through the ship's veins. Omnisaya, preserve us. The Voidborn officer appears before the Lord Captain once more. Whatever it is that's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. In the atrium leading to the bridge, there is a terminal for an isolated system that might be still unaffected. A loud pop. The pipes over the officers' heads burst, and a blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from Lord Captain, his body slamming straight through a cogitator panel. Oh my goodness. The picked frame spins uncontrollably. The serval skull was jolted by the gust. The picked recorder fogs over, the Vox picking up the crackling of electricity and a death cry. Gas on the bridge. A junior attendant shouts and instantly doubles over, inhaling the poisoned air. The rogue trader gives order to evacuate, most likely. Carry on? Runs for her life. Evacuate the bridge, bros. Poisoned and disoriented, the people can barely stand. They are slow to respond to the order. The serval skull shows Abelard Wazerin, the Lord Captain's loyal seneschal, stepping in. He firmly gets to work, personally guiding those who are dazed, issuing direct commands to the crew, all the while barking instructions peppered with choice words of naval slang. The screeching of plasma cutters and loud crash of the falling doors signals that the way out of the trap is clear. The servitors abandon the bridge in haste. Survivors. Leaning on the support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush her lungs out with air. She then straightens, smooths her uniform, and heads towards a goal only known to her. The serval skull follows. The atrium is in a state of panic. Silhouettes skitter about in the dark hall, illuminated only by flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's feverish words of prayer can be heard, having lost all communication. The beheaded ship is writhing in agony. Look at this thing. Absolutely crazy. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find the cogitator mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains, and on the floor by the terminal, a tech priest is lying in a heap with his head smashed and technical liquids mixed with blood oozing out of the ports. Take your chances, restore the terminal. Rogue Trader rips the power key off the tech priest's Berkadite and opens the cover on the terminal. Sparks fly into her face, but she is confident in her manipulation of the tangled wires and clanging levers. After replacing the cover and ensuring that the system is restored, the Lord Captain brings up the required data on the screens. The maintenance bay is sending out hundreds of desperate distress calls that have gone unanswered up to now. When the machines went out of control and started turning people insane, others, driven by some hateful and paranoid logic, started butchering the servants of the Adeptus Mechanis. The tech priests have sustained heavy losses, but the remains of the cult are still holding the line. Out of everything that's happening on the ship, the situation in the maintenance bay is the direst. Lord Captain knows where help is needed. She decides to go to the maintenance bay. Rogue Trader arrives not a moment too soon. The crew, frightened out of their wits, have already cornered the priests of the Omnissiah and are about to execute them. The Lord Captain stands between the angry mob and the tech priests, her sheer presence already given the crowd pause. Partially cutting off any objections from the crew, the Rogue Trader orders the officers to gather. She gathered on the way here to escort the mutineers out and set up a guard post outside the bay, where the tech priests begin to offer desperate prayers to the crippled machine spirits. Walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed. Although wounded and crippled, the ship nevertheless is returning to normal operation. Life on the bridge is as bustling as ever. Even though the people are surrounded by destruction, the senior officers have the situation under control, and the people have been organized. The emergency crew has already finished repairing the pipes. The technomats are setting up cogitators and consoles, and the healers are bagging up what few corpses there are and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the Rogue Trader runs into the Voxmaster. Praise the Emperor. You're in one piece, Lord Captain. The situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. Soon, all the Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the pict frame, a junior officer, completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Voxmaster nods at him. Ah, here are the reports, Lord Captain. If you find yourself able to return to your station, I can immediately give you a rundown of the state of affairs on the ship. End of pict recording. Wow. It will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. You may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. Fortunately, the bridge suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties. Kiva Gamma was silent after transmitting the harmful signal. I will refrain from sending inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. We're afraid we've exhausted our options for remote analysts. Alright. The time has come to remind you about our agreement, Pandora. I must be present in your entourage during the expedition to Kiva Gamma. I'm counting on your cooperation. Yes, absolutely. Oh. There are ships here. Crap. Are we gonna die to those ships? It's a dead world. What do we got here? Dwarf planet is marked on the chart says Atoll. So this is backup source of water for the habitable worlds of neighboring systems. Due to the abundance of bacteria proliferating in the Atoll hydrosphere, the extraction of ice was stopped half a century ago. But much to your officer's surprise, the augurs detected an unidentified mining rig deep underground. Presumably, the excavation is aimed at extracting clay minerals near the planet's core. Send a scouting party. Contact the Vax. Nope. Scouting party. The extractum turns out to be Incendia Chorda's latest investment, whose Devancy is located just within a few jumps of the Karnak system. While the world is of little value to the Von Valancius dynasty, your officers see this just as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted rogue trader's leniency. I don't see unusual the core sweeping development will allow the extraction of rare or factory metals. Heating its device, rogue trader decides to keep the extractum. Chorda. Destroy it. Orders behead. Yes. The people easily assume control. And they deliver some plasteel to us. Means 3 plasteel. Sure. You know what? I'll do it for the sake of lore. On Adel. Alright. We need to save. Because, yeah. Keep the game under attack, and we're gonna have to deal with this mess. Guess I could have gave the Navy some stuff and got some new equipment, but you know, we got new equipment last time, so.
This hallowed vessel's bulkheads will hold strong.
Iconoclast destroy what? It's chaos? Alright. So what do we got here? Evasion, maneuverability, speaks a chance. Conceals the vessel's position, making it more difficult for its enemies to hit. Evasion plus 30. Yeah, we can shift. Oh, these guys are going sideways. Shields plus 20%, but 2 weapons are turned off. We're gonna be flying in here, I guess. And shooting. I can shoot this guy too. 0 to 6, 0 to 4. Why do I feel like I'm going to take a bajillion bolts of damage by doing that? Zero to 4. Alright, let's do it. Why are you guys all freaking out? Chance 100. He's got 6 armor and a little bit of shield. Torpedoes and then melt the macro cannons. Oh my goodness. These do so much damage. And apostate lance. We also have melt the macro cannons. Gross. So this thing's got the most macro cannons. Yeah, he got those. There's too many ships. Okay. We're gonna pop out.
Let the void sort them out.
The missiles. And even if I jump in there. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh. Less range. Range minus 3. Oh. Range minus 3. Alright, well let's get in there. Can't shoot him like I thought I was going to. Actually, I can. I can pop in over here. I still can't shoot him. Okay, so this will restore at the end of the turn, so I don't need it right now. I'm just gonna do front shields and hope for the best. Lance. That's a side shot. Our miss is good. Our miss is good. Oh, looks like you got through the shield. Yeah, shoot him, please. Can I just fly here and then blow up? You certainly can.
Make every shot count.
Eat it. This is less good. If I move one, no, it's one space away, so may as well shoot here.
Let the macro cannon sing that twisted song. Engage the macro cannons.
That was big. That was big. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and hopefully this is up. All I have is a lance left. So best I can do is wrap around. Oh, here we go. Wrap around here. I can try and whack this guy.
Come on, Ted.
Come on. Yeah, baby. Let me use her in end phase. Restart shields. Going to do right shield. Because this gives us a nice ability. Also, at the end of our turn. I don't understand this. Can only be used during the end phase. Oh, great. Ow. Oh, shields. Okay, so do I have... I got a torpedo that can go out.
Torpedoes away.
Oh, that was big damage. And 2 spaces up.
Make every shot count.
If I move 2 more spaces up.
Launch batteries. Volley.
Didn't get them. Oh man. Hold on. Hold on. I can move over. Yeah, we can actually use this. Did we hit him? Recharge them guns. That doesn't help us. This jumps us out of here, which I don't want. I was hoping this would recharge, but it can't. Okay, so we're gonna do... Choose in the front. Front's down. Port left. Port rear. None of this helps us. I could jump us out of there and it still doesn't help us. So stay inside. Shoots in the front.
The machine spirit of the void shield array
Boom. You have done so much damage. I will send you flying into this one. Maximum damage. I will light you up. It's one ship and a ton of torpedoes. I need to get the other direction or really far away. Cause like I know I can kill him. If I do this here.
Macro cannon, open fire!
We got him. Then jump forward. And run. Yeah, run this way.
The destination is known.
Right shield. Okay, it's just missiles.
The impure tremble.
Of course. Oh no. Scary, man. Alright, victory.
I have missed this feeling.
Unholy amulets. And we got assault scanners. This is 80% and 15 crit chance. Crit chance is good. Alright. 38 units of scrap to repair the ship. Do I use the assault scanners? Yeah, I think I do. Sounds fun. We'll add that to cargo. Add that to cargo. The second set of missiles. Kind of like the Lance though. Okay, let's go to Cube Gamma. Scan it up. It's wild. Henrik's in place of Argenta? Yeah, sure. This will be the crew. Henrik, you better make me proud, sir. Jake can kind of slap too, so I think this will work out. Pascal definitely will be doing all the damage. If we have too much warp, then it renders Pandora a little weak, but you never know. We just work our way around it, you know? Alright, well, I'll have to see you in the next episode after this video plays. No solemn ceremony, no personal meeting with the Magi. I fear we are too late. We'll be dealing with clandestine heretics after all. What's your mission? I assumed I would conduct an investigation and track down traces of the cult of Final Dawn. I believe I can discard that plan now. Both the incident and the scrap code, and the manner in which we were forced to land on the planet indicate the situation has taken a turn for the worst. Nevertheless, I must use this opportunity and try to determine what the cult was doing on an industrial world, and what specifically interested them on a planet full of sacred machines and servants of the Amisaya. First, we must find someone who can tell us what's going on here, if there's anyone left to speak. Any suggestions? To start, let's look around and find out why the arrival of Rogue Trader did not elicit the usual fuss. To speak plainly, we'll not count on a warm welcome at this rate. Alright. Let's check his weapons. Got the soul siphon and nothing else. Can't use these. So... interesting. I guess you're just using cloud grenade and whatever. Force grenades, blinding grenades, monofilament grenades. Pushes the enemy. Falls prone. Plasma grenade, 40 armor pen. We're gonna use that. Hotshot pistol. It's a las pistol. We also have an auto pistol. That last pistol's 35 armor pen. And dodge reduction is pretty big. Team belt. I forgot I had this. Be great if you had a plasma gun. Yeah, the hotshot pistol's fine. He's got Pyromancer staff. Okay. Good. He's wearing heavy armor. So that's good. So you're right tanky, my friend. And now you have less wounds. They remove bleeding and effects. Oh, that's really good. You move through enemies. It's an opening. They also inflict bleeding. That's super good for you. Can you rebel and slaughter? I think you can. You gotta kill 3 guys though. This is damage with a melee attack. Grants 10 strength. Sounds great. Pack of Regents. Increases damage of all bleeding, burning, and toxic effects applied by the user. Range attacks do more damage. Let me sort this. So I need a helmet. Taunting Scream, you can't use that. Coercion Awareness, that's ranged attacks. You're not using Deadeye Shot. Immunity crits for 3, kills an enemy. Gain 1 resolve, bonus commerce. Suffers slow. Imperium lore? Not gonna help you. Probably not gonna help you. Also inflict bleeding. Weapon skill strength sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, so I just gotta choose one of these helmets. Guess you can have that one. Defense. Defense. I don't use Taunting Scream a lot. Okay, and then you need Stimulant, Medkit, Grenade. Nope, not attacking. Lord Imperium won't help you. That'll give you Lord Warp, won't help you. Sure. They'll provoke attacks. And then attacks with any ranged weapon at a 1-cell range also bleed. That will be sorting people to death. Okay. So 4 weapons. You got the Soul Siphon, which is very good. Noble Sword, you got Serrated Monolife, And a weapon called the Will to Live, which is a psychic sword. Reduces toughness. And a psychic staff. And then a handful of pistols. It could give you an infernal pistol, which is a melta weapon. But then you don't really have any ranged. Just the whole point of your pistol. Also, you having the multi-melta would be ridiculous. But plasma gun, yeah. Okay. We'll see you next time.